I wouldn't buy Facebook stock. I just checked it pretty recently. And the truth is, Facebook is not going anywhere. It hasn't actually gone anywhere since around August of last year. And I actually say that a lot of it has to do with the perception of Facebook. For one thing, Facebook is like the worst when it comes down to privacy. Nobody trusts Facebook, zero. Nobody even trusts the WhatsApp program where, yeah, it's end-to-end encryption, means that, yeah, WhatsApp cannot read your actual messages, but they send information to Facebook about everything else, like who you contact, how often you contact that person, what time of the day you contact that person. They can see any patterns that exist in terms of who you're contacting. And so I think that's problematic. Also, the fact that Facebook loves to censor people, and they're just out of control with the censorship. And now Mark Zuckerberg thinks that he wants to downgrade. If you talk about politics, they'll be downgraded on the algorithm, so your friends won't even see those comments a lot of the time. The truth is, you did not join Facebook for Mark Zuckerberg to tell you what you should be able to say with your friends. You didn't join so that when you comment on things that your friends see that some third party says you're wrong. Like, who are they? You didn't like these people, and you don't necessarily care what they think. We need to go back ultimately to the old era where you have an unfiltered kind of internet, like you can use Signal, send messages to your friend, or you can go back to old email. That's a great idea. No fact checking or no censorship or weird algorithms to stop it from going through. But anyway, the other issue is that it's a bad investment. I don't think Facebook is going to be going up dramatically in the future. The WhatsApp, as you know, they don't make any money from that. Zero ads. Now they use the data somehow to target ads to you if you use Facebook. But I actually imagine that people are going to be using Facebook a lot less in the future. The major reason why is it's just not fun anymore. I go on Facebook. I actually found that I was extremely bored. I was going on there for a few minutes. Elon Musk is famous for saying that Facebook gives him the willies. So I think ultimately, that as more and more people cancel Facebook, it'll be more apparent that there's no more growth in the stock. The thrill of the stock is gone. Even Instagram, it was cool when it first started, and it's great to have a lot of perfect pictures. But even that is starting to get a little stale. I just don't see the appeal of it long term. They're starting to try to compete with TikTok with their Reels feature. But ultimately, Facebook is a loser long term. There's nothing original about Facebook. If you want to talk with your friends, you're gonna probably find better ways to do it in the future. So ultimately, I'd say this is don't buy stock. I wouldn't buy it. And there are a lot of companies I don't like the people who manage it, but I still own the stock because I can see that it still has a lot of potential long term. Like, I think MasterCard and Visa, I don't like the people who run those companies either, but I believe in the companies. Whereas Facebook, I think the managers and executives are not very good, and I don't like the way they run it, and I don't believe that there's any more real substantial growth long term. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.